How's it going, everybody? This is RBT coming at you with my 2012 Big East Conference prediction video. This is like the 28th time I've tried this, but I keep getting interrupted. But the Big East is definitely the smallest conference in football, down to 7 teams, but that's going to change in the upcoming years due to all the conference expansion. So this is probably going to be my shortest prediction video. This was the hardest conference so far to predict by far, because any team can end up winning the conference because it's always wide open. So any team that wins this year really won't be a surprise to me, but this is really just my prediction, so respect it. Leave me some feedback and I'll respect your opinion. Alright, from top to bottom, I've got Louisville, Rutgers, UConn, South Florida, Syracuse, Pitt, and yes, I have the defending co-champions of the league, dead last, Cincinnati. That might be a surprise to you, and that might make you Cincinnati fans be like, you're an idiot, but that's just really what I see. I got Louisville number 1. They bring back Teddy Bridgewater, the talented quarterback, the Big East Rookie of the Year. The dude's an absolute stud, but he needs to get better. He needs to progress in his passing game. He can run like a deer. He's like 6'5", 220-ish, I believe, so just like I said, he's an absolute stud. If his passing can progress over the offseason, he really can end up being the Big East Offensive Player of the Year easily. And I think by the time he graduates college, he'll be thrown around in the Heisman discussion. Maybe not next year, but maybe his junior and senior year. They also bring back all-team Big East Adrian Bussell and Hakeem Smith safety, which probably gives Louisville maybe the best secondary in the Big East. So that's gonna be a big up for them. They do lose running back Victor Anderson, who was pretty good his freshman and sophomore year. He really shined. He was actually pretty freaking good. I think he was all Big East his sophomore year. I might be wrong, but the year before last, he got injured for the whole season, and then last year he just didn't really come back that strong. So he was, I guess you could say, it was kind of a disappointment, but I mean, it's still not great when you lose a running back. They bring back 3 out of 5 offensive linemen, and they bring back 8 of 11 defenders. So they're going to be experienced in D. So I just have them winning the conference next year. Second, I got Rutgers. This was kind of hard. The first 4 I've been flip-flopping for like the past 7 or 8 minutes between Louisville, Rutgers, UConn, and South Florida. I had each in one spot before, and I finally came out with this 4. But I have Rutgers number 2. Despite losing Mohamed Sanu, that freak of an athlete, he did everything for Rutgers. Played quarterback, returned punts sometimes. He played running back, played out of the Wildcat, played receiver. His primary position is receiver, but he played all over the place. He was first team All Big East last year. He's probably going to be drafted first round, early second round next year. He left early for the draft. Lost first team guard Art Frost, second team guard Desmond Wynn. So the interior line is going to be a little inexperienced. They do return All Big East linebacker Kasim Green, safety Deron Herman, punt returner Jeremy Deering, second team All Big East on defense cornerback Logan Ryan. So they bring back 11 on defense, so they're also going to be really experienced, just like Louisville. But the difference between Rutgers and Louisville is that they lost 3 out of 5 on offensive linemen, and I think Louisville's quarterback is a little bit more talented than Chaz Daw, the quarterback for Rutgers. So I believe they fall at number 2. UConn and South Florida, was my last flip-flop. I had South Florida at 3. I actually had South Florida at 2. Then I'm swapping to 3, then to 4. But I got UConn right now at 3 because they bring back a lot on defense, just like the other 2 teams. And they bring back the quarterback, and they bring back 3 out of the 5 offensive linemen they had. They do lose their kicker, their first-team Big East center Mo Peters, first-team Big East defensive lineman Kendall Reyes, second-team Big East tackle Mike Ryan. They do return their running back, Lyle McCombs, who was an absolute stud. I think he was either first or second team Big East last year. The dude is a beast. He'll be at UConn for at least another 2 years, maybe 3. And they also bring back their All Big East tight end Ryan Griffin, who really helps their quarterback out. And they also bring back their defensive lineman, Gerardo Williams, who is a freaking, I don't know, a freaking beast, I guess. But the reason I don't have, like, they bring back basically the same package that Louisville does, but I think Louisville has a little bit more talent than UConn does, which hence why they're below Louisville. So I have them at number 3, South Florida. Okay, this is somebody that has impressed me the past 3 years, BJ Daniels. The dude is inconsistent. This is going to be a senior year. If you watch my Dark Horse Heisman prediction, or it might have just been my Heisman prediction video, the dude's in there. He has all the potential in the world because he can run like a deer. He can throw. He can be at times really accurate. He lacks the arm strength, but the dude can make plays. So if he has a good year, a Heisman worthy year, South Florida can be anywhere up top of the division and possibly even win. So this is really just a prediction without having BJ Daniels with his what's the way you can say it? His best potential year. If he doesn't have that, they're going to be middle of the pack. But if he does, well, if he doesn't do great this year, they also have another quarterback, Bobby Avila, who is also pretty talented, that could come in and play. But if I see the BJ Daniels of old, South Florida can be really, really dangerous. They lost their running back, Daryl Scott. He was a roller coaster ride. He was a 5-star recruit, committed on ESPN to Colorado. Didn't work out there. He did terrible. Transferred to South Florida. Played there for 1 year, and he left early for the NFL draft after not even doing that well. And he probably won't even get drafted. So that was a head scratcher there. Also lost the offensive guard Jeremiah Warren. It was, I think, his first team All Big East. Safety Drill Young, who was also second team Big East. They bring back their kicker. They bring back first team Big East Ryan Giddens and their center Kayon Webster. They're going to be a little bit young on defense next year. Their offensive line might be the strong point of their team. But like I said, it all really depends on BJ Daniels. If he can play to his potential, they can go far. But they have to have a running back to step up since Daryl Scott left. So have them at number 4, Syracuse. They're actually really talented. I was looking at the all-conference team last year, and the first team was all loaded with Syracuse players. But the bad thing is half of those players left. Half of those players left. They lost guard Andrew Tiller, tight end Michael Procco, Andrew Bailey, the running back, and Chandler Jones, defensive lineman. And they all were first team All Big East. And that's kind of surprising coming out of Syracuse, because generally they don't have the most talented players in football. They do bring back Justin Pugh, wide receiver Alec Lemon, and their linebacker Marquise Sprill. They're all three of them are really young, really talented, all conference. And they also bring back the quarterback Ryan Nassib. I don't even know how to pronounce his name, but the dude actually is really, really underrated. He's going to end up on an NFL team because he has the arm strength. If you watched Syracuse last year, he was one of the good parts of their team because he has all the arm strength in the world. So Syracuse, I believe they bring back just a little bit more than Pitt and Cincinnati, and I believe they're going to surprise some people this year, even though they're only in the 5 spot. But 5 spot really isn't that bad, even though it's only 7 teams. Pitt, they just lost a lot last year. That's why they're all the way down at 6, and they have a really, really, really young defense. The question mark, they bring back Ray Graham, but who knows how good he's going to be off that ACL injury. They bring back safety Jared Hawley, who was All Big East, defensive lineman Aaron Donald. They lost Chaz Alecky, the defensive lineman, All Big East. Linebacker Max Gruder, first team All Big East. Corner Antoine Reed. And like I said, they have a really, really young defense. They also bring back Tino Sinceri. He's really experienced. But at points last year, you could say he was the worst quarterback in Division I football. if you watched that West Virginia game, he was absolutely terrible. So Pittsburgh, I don't know, man. First year head coach, I just don't see him doing that well next year. Last year in the Big East, they'll be in the probably be in the ACC the next year, unless the commissioner of the Big East just makes them stay. But I don't think that's going to happen. But yeah, not a good last year for Pitt in the Big East. And number 7, Cincinnati fans, you're probably watching this because you have probably one of the biggest fan bases in the Big East. Don't hate me, man, but I just really think you lost way too much to contend next year. Lost Zach Calero, starting quarterback. Yeah, I know you bring back Munchie Legault, and you have 2 early enrollees from junior colleges that are practicing this spring that actually might battle out Munchie Legault. Munchie Legault wasn't that bad. Yeah, I think he's just kind of got rushed into the starting quarterback role, and I think he has pretty good potential. But I mean, if you have 2 guys battling him in the spring, that's not bad to have a quarterback competition. But you lost the Big East Player of the Year in Isaiah P. The dude is a beast. If you watch the Senior Bowl, I was at the Senior Bowl. The dude shined over everybody who was a Senior Bowl MVP, so that's going to be really hard to replace along with your starting quarterback. They lost 2 out of the 3 wide receivers. DJ Woods, I believe, was really underrated, even though he didn't have that great of a year last year. He's actually really talented. And they also lost their all-conference linebacker, Joe Schaefer, and the Big East Defensive Player of the Year, defensive tackle Derek Wolfe, and first-team Big East offensive guard Randy Martinez. So I think they just lose 2 months. They lost 7 out of 11 on defense. So I just think they lost way too much, man. I think they're going to be last in the division next year. They could surprise me, but when you lose all of your skill position players, your quarterback, running back, most of your wide receivers, your guard, your best defensive player, your 2 best defensive players rather, and most of your defense, it's not really going to be a good year for you. So that is it, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you don't hate me. I've been getting a lot of hate lately, but it is what it is. Just leave me some feedback. Let me know if you agree, disagree, probably disagree. But remember, it's just an opinion. So roll Tide, go Sox, and go Titans to you. See you later.